Thank you, everyone that is listening to this recording. Today, I am going to talk to you about shame, fear, and regret, and how they have a shackle on you that holds you down until you face them, until you see them for what they are. They consume you. Shame, fear, and regret has power over you. It's something that is not addressed a lot because things that most of us are ashamed of or fearful of or regret, I will speak for myself, it's not talked about in the open. This isn't a society that, or even a world, not just, it doesn't matter where you live. This isn't a society that is very open about the unseen things, the dark sides of ourselves, which everyone has it. Everyone has a past. Everyone has things that they wish they hadn't done, things that they're shameful of, things that make them afraid, that they regret. But who has someone to talk to about it? In the virtual world, audience, whoever's listening to this, raise your hand if you have somebody that you can truly confide all your deepest, darkest things to. And I will give a pause to wait. If that's you, leave a comment, because you are a very fortunate person. But for so many of us, beginning in childhood, gone all up through the years, there is no one that you feel, I felt, you feel, however you want to say that, safe enough to confide in like that. And if you do have someone like that in your life, seriously, it is a rare treasure. You are a fortunate person. This is why people go to therapists, not just dealing with things of the past, but how the things of the past, those shackles, shame, fear, and regret, how they affect their lives currently. Because the thing is, all of those things, the baggage, the guilt, the shame, it accumulates. It's like weight that adds up. It's like weight that adds up. The weight of emotions and unprocessed trauma, things from your past that you haven't resolved, they can present themselves, manifest themselves, however you want to say that, in a variety of forms. Oftentimes, a lot of things that we experience physically start on a spiritual and emotional level. For instance, if you have a lot of emotional trauma, mental trauma from your past that hasn't been dealt with, you might begin to ache and hurt. You might have a lot of physical weight that you carry and you just can't figure out why. I know for myself, for years, I wasn't able to speak with anybody about a lot of traumas that started from a very young age, and they were repressed, and I wasn't able to let them out. I couldn't talk about them for a variety of reasons that I'll get into in later teachings. I didn't have anyone I could confide in, and I started expressing myself in different ways that were not healthy. I was letting it out, because what you think that you are holding in, it comes out in other ways. Believe it or not, it's coming out. And so that's why shame, fear, guilt, regret has such shackles over you. It's like it dangles itself in front of you. You're like, yeah, I'm still here. Or you have that memory, that bold vision that just pops up out of nowhere, and you'll remember something. You're like, damn, I was just going on about my day, and all of a sudden this pops up in my mind. It's because it hasn't been addressed. A lot of times things will present themselves either to lord over you, or because they need to They're trying to get your attention like, I'm still here. And you cannot ignore it away. Whatever is hurting you, whatever has you in a bind, whatever you are regretful of, shame that you did, said, encountered, or whatever's putting you in fear, you can't ignore it away. These things have to be processed. You have to face them. You have to know that they're going to be with you lifelong, but you have to decide how you want them to be with you. Are you going to stand in a place of victimhood where this happened to me and because of that I'm this and that and this just ruined and wrecked my life? And those things do happen. Or are you going to grab them by the horns, face them, and start to heal and work through them? And you will hear me say this many times wherever you're listening to me at, whether it's in video form, audio form, however you're getting this message. In the spiritual world, it's called shadow work, where you're facing those shadow things, those hidden things, those dark things that are repressed. Like I was saying earlier in my message, the things that are repressed, that are not easily talked about in our world. It's not cool to talk about all of your trauma from a place of this happened to me, and what? This happened to me, but look at me now. Or this happened to me, and yeah, that hurt like hell. And just to be really raw like that, but not from a place of blame, but from a place of, I went through that, I'm on the other side, and now I'm healed, because I'm healed so that I can now help you heal. You know, it's emotional illness and trauma, mental illness and trauma are things that are being talked about more, but it's still very taboo, because everybody likes to walk around like they have it together. They like to act like, you know, I know this, I know that. That's a red flag that somebody's got something going on. To me, in my experience, is a big red flag when you encounter somebody that is like that. They're hiding something. They're really hiding something. And that hiding is a learned behavior, because you could be one of them. I know I was. When you've tried to speak up and you tried to say things, you're shut down, or the blame has been placed on you. You're the scapegoat in your group, family, however your dynamics are. That happens. You don't feel safe to express what's really going on the inside. If you really talk about what's happening, people are going to deem you as crazy. Say you have a mental illness. There's a variety of reasons that people do not open up. But what I want you to know is, despite whatever the reason is, you have the power within to heal and overcome whatever has happened to you. I can give you so many examples of things in my life and why I know what I'm speaking about, because I've been there and I know what it feels like to hold everything in, and on the outside you look like you have it together, but really you're dying on the inside, crying out, desperate for somebody that cares, somebody that understands, somebody that gets it. At the end of the day, you are that person. You are the person that saves yourself. And you do this when you say, okay, I surrender. I know this messed up stuff happened to me. I'm ready to deal with it. Because it's not fun repeating these down moments in life from a place of victimhood, disempowerment. Excuse me, tripping over my words. This happened to me. We've all done some messed up things, and we've all had some messed up things happen to us. And we want these experiences, memories, and all this stuff to just leave. But I'm here to tell you, I've been through a lot. From those that don't know me, they wouldn't know that I have been through a lot because I haven't shared it with them. I've been very good at keeping different areas of my life where they are and letting who needs to know what know. But I'm here to tell you, you can overcome it. Many people like to see therapists. If you work with a therapist, cool, keep your therapist. But I would challenge you to really assess your therapist. If you've been in therapy for years, are you coming out any different than you were when you entered? Is your goal to heal? Is your goal to get help? Or are you looking and going to therapy just for somebody to vent to? Because you're paying those therapists really good just to vent to them, but not have any change outcome. But are you really looking to heal on a soul level? If you're looking to heal on a soul level, that's going to come from you. No outside person, force, or thing can do that. You have to do that. You have to take the first step. You have to want to be free. You absolutely can. I'm talking to you now from that place. Having been through so many different areas of my life that were just down and sad and all kinds of messed up. But I want you to know that if you want freedom from the shackles, shame, fear, regret, it's going to take you to do it. The very first step is facing it, acknowledging it, asking for help. Go within. Whoever you pray to, whoever you call your higher power, your creator, tell them I'm ready. Show me my first step. Each person's first step is going to look different. The first step of what you need to begin facing and healing is going to look different. Let me clarify that. But the first step of starting the process is admitting you have some areas you need to heal. You know you have some things going on mentally that need overhauling because you're stuck at a certain place. What happens is when you don't free yourself, when you don't heal, your life cannot progress as it should because you get stuck in a certain time frame. You're around so many people right now that put on a good front, but if you could see inside of them, they are stuck at the same place they were 20 years ago, going round and round in circles. I'm telling you this. I know this. It's because something happened that stunted them and kept them right where they are, and they don't want to face it. Some people don't know they need to face it. So I can't sit and say that everyone won't. Some people don't know because they're caught up in some oblivion, to be real honest. But you, if you're listening to me, you're ready to move on. You're tired of going in the same cycle, the same pattern. You're ready to break that. And the very first step is for you to acknowledge it and go within, acknowledge it, and ask for help. Ask to be shown the Spirit, God, Creator, Source. I acknowledge that there are areas of my life that need to heal. Show me where to begin. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. And I promise you, once you do that, be ready because the answer will come to you. Depending on how you receive messages, how you receive guidance, they'll come in different ways. They could come through a dream. They could come through someone coming up to you and saying something. They could come through an image, vision popping up in your mind. They can come through a song. They can come through a person. They will come in a variety of ways. You can even ask and add on to your request to let you know. Let me know that this is what I need to be working on. So you're not having to guess and figure out. We have help and assistance here. We really do. But life and all this mess going on out there has distracted the masses from knowing that and got them caught up in all this mess, when really life was never meant to be this challenging, ever. Part of it is human creation, and part of it is what the powers that be out there that think that they're the ultimate power, well, they're not, want people to be focused on and get you distracted from your purpose and from all of the beauty and help and wonder there is out there. But that's okay, because there are people out here like me, so many of us out here, that are rising to do our work for those that we're meant to serve. And if you're listening to me, I'm meant to serve you, and I consider it an honor. Thank you so much for hearing me and for allowing me to teach and guide you. I'm here for you. I'm going to end this recording on that note. You can find out more information on me in the description box below. Depending on how you're seeing me, I post on a variety of social media outlets. I'll put the links in the description area of this episode so that you can find me in different places. And until next time, take good care of yourself.